So what's on the docket today, Tim?
Damn it.
Damn it?
No, I dropped the damn vice grips in the oil.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
Changing oil.
Changing oil in what?
The skid steer.
Oh yeah, CT332 skid steer. Oh, probably one of the most used pieces of equipment on this farm right now is a skid steer. I never owned one until I bought this one. And I gotta tell you, I thought, they're kind of overrated before I bought it. But then there was the one year that everything was so incredibly wet that I couldn't get out in the field with a tractor, and there was bales of hay out there. It was one of those years. Tim was still in high school, and there was nobody to stack the hay as I was baling it, and I didn't hire anybody, so I just had a mess. So I decided that I would purchase one of those tracked skid loaders just because they're awesome, and they would float. Well, I went, and my dad, he's like, what are you buying that for? You know, that's a lot of money to spend on a piece of equipment just to do one function. And I agree, it was. I bought it used. It had a little over 800 hours on it, and I think it was 809 to be honest with you. But anyways, 800 hours on it, and I haven't stopped running it since. And to be honest with you, every single day this little machine runs. So if you've never had a skid steer, and I recommend a tracked one. This one here has a guillotine door, which I'm not fond of. How about you, Tim? You like the guillotine door? It's a pain in the ass, but you know, because you got to pull it down in front of you. The cab is not roomy on the John Deeres, at least this model. The next model, it was absolutely awesome. The difference between that model and this model with the door is the door swung out. Now, if there was a problem and you had to escape, you got to break the glass to get out in the other one. Because if the boom is halfway up, you can't open the door. If the boom is all the way up, you can open the door. If the boom is all the way down, you can open the door, obviously. Oh, but anyhow, so what happens is this machine, it gets used and used and used, and is there a problem? What? Oh, okay. So anyways, you use it over and over and over again, and you start it and stop it. It heats up not quite all the way, and so you really got to maintain the hell out of this thing. The weak part about this skid steer is the hubs, which they corrected in the next model. And yeah, so all right, enough of me yammering on about how I love this skid steer, and if you don't have one and you buy one, you're going to wonder how the hell you ever lived without one. Am I right, Tim? Yeah, we just use this thing, whether it's the bucket, whether it's the pallet forks. I mean, the pallet forks come in handy. That cab is going to be pulled off of that John Deere 4430 today, and we will use the pallet forks to do that because that's just the way it works, along with the rock shaft. The power of this thing is unbelievable. So anyways, it's an oil change, and it's a hub oil change today, and a hydraulic oil change today. I think we're going to change the hydraulics. I might just change the filter. And I got to top off the coolant because it looks to me like it's in the add zone. So anyways, we'll get back to you shortly, right, Tim? John Deere's recommended oil is a 540. I don't know what they call their particular oil that they use, but I'm using Rotella 540 synthetic. This is the oil that we're using in there. Synthetic extreme temperature. The reason I do that is because this thing starts up and shuts off so often, and it's just better to have an extreme temperature, an extreme duty motor oil in it than it is to just let it be where it is. You know what I mean? Regular conventional oils do not hold up. You're turning it on and off. The oil never warms up. It creates a shitty sludge, and you end up screwing up the motor. So, anyway, enough of me bullshitting about this. Right, Tim?
Yes.
Yeah, right, Tim?
Yes.
Yeah. Start it up. Well, I think I probably bought miles per gallon. Too many. Alright. Are you going to start it up or just stand there? Come on, boy! Gotta love it. Hear that little turbo? Just a little guy right there. Anyway, here, Tim, you film. You hold the camera, that's all we need. I don't know if it's still running, isn't it? Oh yeah, I think it's going to go to the ad. I don't remember whether it takes a full... I thought it only took 3 gallons, to be honest with you. Use that cable system. It is at the ad, so it's going to be 4 gallon. Cool. 4 gallons of Rotella T6 full synthetic motor oil. And we'll use this guy because I probably won't hit it. Right? Come on. It's probably like 3.5 gallons, but we're going to run 4. Why not? I don't think it's going to need the full 4 gallons, but no point in not dumping it in. She's going to use it anyway. Actually, less is better in an engine. Did you know that? Less is better. It's better at the add line than the overfull. You overfill an engine, then it gets sloppy. Sloshing around in there. Foams up. Smacks into things. Shouldn't. But I think we're good now. If we're not good, we are good. Okay, let's pull that out. See how far over we are. Believe it or not, we're not. We're right at the top of the full. Cool. Alrighty then. Next thing to do. Okay, so that oil leak was pretty minor. There was a loose bolt. Just a loose bolt in there, so I took the 2 bolts that you see there staring at you, took those out, put a couple washers behind them, and then ran them back tight because they had loosened up and it had buggered up the threads on the back of them. And I was afraid that it was just going to leak anyway, so that's what I did. I did that, and I changed my hydraulic or hydrostatic drive oil filter. Change the engine oil, change that filter. Timothy now is in the process of changing the oil in the hub. Now, don't be alarmed by this, but is that black stuff what came out of them chunks? No.
No, that's starting fluid I mixed in.
No, the black chunks in the bottom. That was from something else. What the hell is that? That's mud. Okay, goddamn, you had me scared out of my goddamn mind. That stuff come out of there. Wow. So anyways, yeah, that oil, that black oil is what came out of those hubs. And we're using SynPower Valvoline synthetic, go ahead, Valvoline synthetic motor, or yeah, synthetic gear oil in these hubs because it's just, it'll make it last a lot longer in the long run. Yeah, in the long run. So that's what Timothy's doing now, and I'm just going to go ahead and set the cab back down onto the tractor or the skid steer, and yeah, I'll fasten that all back down again, and Tim will get the other side, and then we'll take her out for a spin, right, Tim? See how amazing these machines are? The amount of rubber you lose when you skid with a track is kind of phenomenal. There's a lot of black rubber, but that's got the automatic detach, quick detaches on it. The electric ones. which cost me $1,000 to repair, by the way. But yeah, works pretty good though. Excuse me. Holy hell, what are you doing? Crazy kid. Sounds good. It was getting quite a rattle to it because of those loose bolts. But other than that, I think she's good for another 150 hours or so before I change the oil, or 200 hours. Probably 250 hours, I think, is what I'm doing at oil changes at. But a lot of torque on those hubs, and they're only little. That's why I change the oil in them. Oh yeah, much better. Alrighty. I say that's a job well done. Okay, I'm gonna have a little commentary here. A couple years back, we had what they called Superstorm Sandy here in New Jersey, and a lot of trees blew over. That's why I bought the Wood-Mizer LT50 to cut this lumber. Well, as you know, I'm a very busy person, and I'm finding it hard to find the time to actually cut these logs up. But anyway, we do allow hunting on the farm here. We hunt, at least I used to hunt a lot. I don't hunt so much anymore. But there was always trails that went down into this woods, which was this beautiful yellow pine down in here. It was all yellow pines down here. Well, Superstorm Sandy, or the Hurricane Sandy, just knocked everything over, and including my trail system we had down here. You used to come down here, and yeah, if you shot a deer down in here, it would just take your truck down and come get it, or get a tractor and come get it, or whatever you needed to do. And as you can see, I'm kind of on my toes here because Timothy with that CT332 is crazy. See that? He's nuts. So anyways, what we're doing is we're actually just clearing these trails off because we're having some encroachment on us from the back side, meaning that some people have decided that because we can't get down through here, that we will not come down to chase after the worthless bastards for trespassing. They were shooting down on us on, not this Monday, but the opening day of muzzleloader. And to be honest with you, I really don't care if they kill deer. I just don't want them on us. They don't belong here. They didn't pay us anything to hunt it. So basically, they're just stealing land. You know, they're trespassing. So anyhow, so that's prompted me now to actually clear out these trails so my dad can take his quad down here and I can take the snowmobile down here. And I actually used to go sledding when I was younger down through here. When it would get all icy and crapped up so bad that you couldn't even walk, we would put chains on our shoes and go ahead and, you know, just go sledding. Well, he found himself a nemesis, that one. That track skid steer is just unbelievable into what he could do. As long as he's careful and doesn't bust the window out of it, he ain't gonna like that. But anyways, yeah, so that's what we're up to. He's really gotta watch what he's doing from behind. Yeah, that's what I'm up to. Me and Timothy are down here. I'm only gonna spend a couple hours down here. And look at that, see, that would have hurt me. But there's a log. He just got a log scooted out over there. I'm gonna go get that. The logs have been off the ground, so we haven't had any bug activity in them. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, so we got a whole big mess, and I'll give you the walkthrough when we're done.